Now, you might have heard of the Air Opus camper before. For its time, that was actually quite a revolutionary camper, and it is still on sale today. But since then, Opus has come out with a range of hybrid campers, and last year, 2024, they came out with a range of full caravans. The idea being to be able to offer their customers the full suite of RV products, from camper trailers to caravans. Now, so far we have 2 vans in the range. One's a 19-footer, they've also got a 21-footer, both available in bunk layouts or as standard couples layouts. This OP19, we've hitched it up for a night or two. We're down by the beach, I've got my dog Marvel. And if you like this video and you want to see more GoRV in your feed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this Caravan is built on a 6-inch chassis from Silvershine, while the suspension is an independent trailing arm coil setup with Peters shock absorbers. The van weighs 2,560 kilos or so at Tare, but the ATM is 3,500 kilos, so that's a very generous payload capacity. The bull weight when the van is empty is measured at 200 kilos. So weight-wise, this Caravan sits around where I would expect it to. The framing is Meranti timber. We've got composite aluminium and, of course, black checker plate, very popular on an off-road caravan. So quite conventional at the front of the Caravan, DO35 coupling, couple of 9-kilo gas cylinders, checker plate storage box. On either side, we do have a slide-out tray. You know, you might put a portable barbecue there, or, you know, just general storage really. But if you were going to use this as a spot for, say, a portable fridge, I would recommend getting them to fit an Anderson plug or, you know, some other 12-volt connection, so that you don't have to do it in your driveway at home. And then what we have here is tunnel storage, and you might even get a boogie board in there. Let's test. Nice. Might use one of those later. Now, externally, I'd say this Caravan has all of those, you know, essential bases covered. Full-length roll-out awning, couple of speakers, you know, you've got your fold-down picnic table, your 240-volt outlet, you've got a 12-volt outlet. I mean, you know, a little antenna connection. And if we walk around to the back, spare wheel, we've got the rear-mounted little LED light bar, and even the Safety Dave reversing camera. That's a good safety addition to any caravan, I reckon, you know, especially if you're backing up, you know, in a caravan park where there's lots of kids. That could be a lifesaver. We've also got a bit of storage right here on the off side of the Caravan, which I don't think anyone's really going to complain about. It's always nice to have a bit of extra storage. And underneath, look, you can see here the outlet for the grey water tank, which is mounted at the back of the Caravan. That's a 95-litre grey water tank, and we also have 2 95-litre water tanks more towards the front of the van. I am told, however, that you can option in a 3rd 95-litre grey water tank, which I guess it sort of depends on the kind of touring you're doing, doesn't it? Like, in my opinion, a good idea to carry as much water as you can. Remembering, of course, water does weigh something. 1 litre of water weighs a kilo. So you could be, you know, adding up to, say, 95 kilos to your payload capacity. So it's something to think about. But if I was going remote, I'd want to have that extra water tank for sure. Now, speaking of the off-grid livability of this Caravan, it does come with 3 separate 100 amp hour lithium batteries from Renogy. There's also 630 watts worth of solar on the roof in the form of 3 separate 210 watt panels, but you can add a 4th panel if you want to. And lastly, this Caravan does come with a 2000 watt Renogy inverter. Let me show you where that is. So if we look under this bed, which is just a case of lifting it up, it'll raise up on its gas struts. We can see we've got that 2000 watt inverter neatly presented there under the bed. One other thing though that really sort of stands out to me is just how neatly this is finished off. You don't see any exposed ply or anything like that. Don't mind the contrast with the black and white. And we also have a drawer here and a hatch here, you know, for easy access under the bed so you don't have to keep lifting up the mattress. Now, this is an off-road caravan, and there are some upgrades that you can do. You can chuck on some Cruise Master suspension. You can even go up to 6 100 amp hour lithium batteries if you wanted to. So a full suite of optional upgrades is available. And as I said earlier, this van is also available in a family layout. This is obviously the couples tourer, which has your bed in the front. You've got your dinette right here on the off side. Nice little kitchen on the near side, which has a 4-burner gas and electric cooktop, a grill griller, you know, full oven, plenty of storage in this Caravan as well. They've used piano hinges on all the overhead locker doors. That's something that I personally prefer. Don't mind the look of that bathroom as well. The linen cupboard storage is great. They've even fitted a washing machine under the vanity unit. So lots of good equipment in this 19-foot format. And as I said earlier, from a weight perspective, at just over 2.5 tonne, this Caravan does come together really quite well. We've got a 190 litre Bushman compressor fridge, 25 litre microwave, a 3.4 kilowatt Bel Air conditioner. I first became aware of Opus probably around about 2010 when they launched here in Australia. As I said, they did launch here with the more basic hard floor fold out camper before they upgraded it to the Air Opus camper, and that made things a heck of a lot easier, and it was a popular attraction at caravan shows as well. So look, I'm really quite pleased to see that Opus has progressed over the years, first by bringing in the range of hybrids, which I think are good additions to the marketplace. And now we've got this, as I said, launched in 2024, Meranti timber frame Caravan. We've got the composite aluminium, we've got the off-road suspension. Now this Caravan, it's gonna do you well, I think, as you go around Australia. I don't think there's too much terrain that this Caravan would struggle on. It doesn't feel flimsy or weak in any sense, and I wouldn't expect that at all from a company like Opus. Now, one thing to know about the Opus OP19 is that it's built right here in Australia, which is something that the team at Opus is really quite proud of. And with its decent suite of features, which includes 300 amp hours of lithium, you've got the 2000 watt inverter, and really just everything else that you get on this van, it does represent good value for money. I think you'd be pretty comfortable in this Caravan. Space-wise, again, you can go up to that 21 foot, an extra 2 foot might give you just that little extra living space, especially if you've got kids. Me personally, I would probably stick with this 19-foot format, little bit cheaper, and of course it's going to be a little bit lighter, which is a good thing from a towing perspective as far as I'm concerned. So look, I've had a great time so far with this Opus 19. Beautiful day, we've got the beach. Hope you've enjoyed the tour of the Caravan. It's darn hot, I just need to go for a swim.